You're about to take a solemn oath and testify in front of the community to be a member of this religious community, the Muslim community. Briefly, as I'm sure you've been studying, so I don't believe I'm telling you things you don't know, but just by way of introduction, before we do the actual Shahada, the testimony of faith, Islam can be summarized into a few basic points. There are the 5 pillars of Islam, which I'm sure you've studied. That is to testify that there is no God but God, which is what you're about to do right now. Then there are 5 daily prayers, and then there is fasting during the month of Ramadan, and then there's the paying of the zakat once a year, a charity, and also doing Hajj, going on pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in your lifetime. So those are the obligations that you take on when you decide that you're going to become a Muslim. Also, theologically, Muslims have 6 basic beliefs. Of course, there's way deeper things to get into, but at the basic level, it's a belief in God and the oneness of God, belief in the angels, that God has created angels and that they exist in the world. Also, that God sent down prophets to the different nations, and that the final prophet is the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and blessings be upon him, and also that he sent books with the messengers. Some prophets are messengers; they brought a book. Some prophets are just warners; they warned their people. Our Prophet Muhammad both came with a book and was a warner, so he's one of the prophets that are both messengers and prophets. To believe in the last day, we believe that after death there is an afterlife and there is a judgment and an accounting for how we lived our lives before God. And then finally, to believe in destiny, that God has predestined our affairs. And some people find a problem with this of like, well, then how's there free will with predestination? But from our perspective, there is no predestination. We feel like we are free. So God holds us accountable based on how we experience the world, even if at a higher plane, it's not really like that. So those are just some introductory thoughts about Islam. I'm sure you've learned about those things to have decided to join our community. And before we do the testimony, I also wanted to just say a few things. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I'm 51 years old. I was born a Muslim. I've been Muslim all my life. I still consider myself a work in progress, learning more, trying to be better, trying to follow the teachings of Islam better. I don't consider myself that I've reached the end of my process. And so as you are joining our community, you're also going to go through your own journey. And so struggle to keep improving yourself, but also don't be so harsh on yourself that you lose steam and take it like, and then you just kind of fizzle out. So, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And also that the Muslim community is a very vast community. The teachings in the Quran and the Sunnah are interpreted in many different ways, and we like to be a big tent. We have a lot of different trends within Islam, but they're all, as long as they are rooted in the Quran and the Sunnah, which is the tradition of the Prophet ﷺ. But within that, it's a big tent. There are many people going in different directions, but what unifies us is those 5 pillars and the 6 points that I told you, and a commitment to the Book of God, the Quran, and the tradition of the Prophet ﷺ. Okay, so with that brief introduction, I will. You can repeat after me. What you are about to do is, since you've decided to do this, you are already Muslim. I mean, obviously you already believe these things because you've decided you want to do this. But what we're about to do now in front of everybody here is you are announcing to the community that you are taking this on, and then us witnessing that, we recognize you now as a member of our community. And when I say our community, I don't mean just this mosque, just the Muslim, the Muslim community in general, as a religious community, with all its diversity within that we just talked about. So, and I'm sure you've studied this. The testimony of faith consists of saying, I'll just say it quickly, and then I'll say it slow for you to repeat, that I bear witness that there is no God but God, and that Muhammad is the messenger of God. And so I will say it in Arabic first, slowly, and then we can repeat it in English after that. You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay. Ashhadu
أشهد
an la
أن لا
ilaha
إله
إلا الله
إلا الله
وأشهد
وأشهد
أن
أن
محمدا
محمدا
رسول الله.
رسول الله.
Very good. In English, I bear witness
I bear witness
that there is no deity
that there is no deity
worthy of worship
worthy of worship
except Allah, the one true God.
except Allah, the one true God.
And I bear witness
I bear witness
that Muhammad
that Muhammad
is his final messenger.
is his final messenger.
Okay, takbir. Allahu Akbar. You are now a brother to us, and you're a member of our community. And you know, this masjid, this mosque in particular is a very active masjid. It's my favorite masjid in the Bay Area, so I recommend. I hope you live close by, that you can easily kind of integrate with us here. But of course, if you're not, there are many great institutions and Muslim communities around. I think there's this gift box that yeah, okay.
This is from the community. It has some books and some material.
You can open if you wish. Yeah, this is not formally part of the ceremony. It's just we're giving you this gift. It includes the Quran translated into English and some books and so on to help you on your journey as you read through that and study. Yeah, exactly. A prayer mat and so on and so forth. Yeah, yes. So welcome to our community, and it's very common that after people are going to want to come up and hug you and so on and welcome you into our community, so you can be ready for that. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, I also want to acknowledge, I believe Jackson's father and mother are also here in the audience. So we just want to, I want to express my appreciation for them being here to support him in this moment in his life. Thank you very much.